Lousy New Year resolutions? No more. This is a 2020 Kartik Bhishma Panchak special series. 5 days, 5 topics on how to plan effective goals for 2021. 2021 is coming upon us, and unlike Bhishma Dev, who decided when he wanted to leave his body, we don't have that power to decide when we want things to be accomplished and when we want to leave our body, or how we can actually manage our time without planning. In the Damodar Leela pastime, Mother Yashoda, when she was trying to tie Krishna, and she was trying to tie him to the wooden grinding mortar, she actually found 2 inches short each time, 2 fingers short to tie Krishna. And it has been explained by our Vaishnava acharyas that those 2 fingers short represents 2 things that's relevant for us in our planning. One is effort and mercy. And especially the effort part, it's something that we can plan. It's something we can wish for, something we can actually attempt to clarify. Krishna, he's known as Satya 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 Ramana Satya Sankalpane Satya Nitya Toro Tande Purandara Vithalane. Satya Sankalpa. He doesn't have any obstacles to achieve his goals. For him, it's like one thought, things are done. Like that. But it's not like that for us. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, which Bhishma Dev spoke to Yudhishthir Maharaj, he actually explains how Krishna's ability to make things happen, it's something like Guru Guru Tamodhama Satya Satya Parakramaha Nimisho Nimishasragvi Vachaspatirudaradhi. It's a beautiful glories of Krishna, how by just thinking, Satya Sankalpa, the minute he makes a Sankalpa, things get done. And that's Krishna. We are not like that, and therefore planning becomes extremely crucial, extremely important for us. They say failing to plan is planning to fail. And that's been very true. Every time I fail to plan, literally it meant I plan to fail. This talk is mainly to share about how sometimes we make up these kind of resolutions like, oh, 2021, I want to read all Srila Prabhupada's books. 2021, I want to learn harmonium, I want to learn mridanga, I want to learn kartal, I want to be able to sing, I want to learn Sanskrit, I want to do this, I want to do that. We basically put up like a long list of things, and it becomes unrealistic and impossible to achieve all of them. So, this 5 days, I'm going to be talking about how for each one of us we could have different obstacles. Like I mentioned earlier, for Krishna, there is Lakshmi Sahasrashata Sambrama Sevyamano. He has millions of energies who are engaged in accomplishing his tasks. Millions of Lakshmis, millions of energies. But whereas for us, all we have is us. And with our goals and our aims and our sadhana and everything we want to accomplish in life, we have so many obstacles from the outside world. And even if there is no obstacles from the outside world, just with our own selves, things can be quite difficult just with one mind that we have. It's quite difficult to accomplish tasks. And some obstacles could be laziness, depression, lack of purpose, unfulfilled desires that block us from just feeling free and move towards the purpose of our life. See, each and every one of us have a purpose. Krishna knows what's the best for us. He has that best potential in mind for us. And to reach that best potential, we need to put that effort. And that effort requires for us to be clear about who am I, what are my limitations, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. And to be able to set realistic goals, we have to look back at 2020 and see what were your goals. how many of them did you achieve? Say from 0 to 10, what number would you give to yourself for achieving the goals that you set for 2020? Because if we have to be realistic on 2021, how much I'll be able to accomplish, we have to look back and see 2020, how well did I do? And another important question is, what challenges did I face that somehow or another couldn't help us to accomplish the goals that we set for 2020? And there are many such questions that we can ask. I would like to show you a particular agenda that I'm using and thinking about it. There are many, many interesting questions in it. It can be very helpful to take a step back and take a look at our purpose in life. Take a look at our identity. Take a look at what we are trying to get out of life. And based on that, set realistic goals. And another important thing that really helps is accountability. Having somebody to tell you how you're doing, and somebody that you can report to. This is something I could get done, and this is something I'm facing difficulties with. So finding a friend or a family member that you can openly discuss things and make them accountable for the goals can be extremely helpful. Like one thing that helped me, like in Kartik, I wanted to like not miss even one Mangalarti. So I had a friend, so we would meet up every day, 3:45, that was the appointment. And then we would go to the temple together. So that made it possible even on those tough days when my mind was like, it's okay, I can go late today. It's okay, you know, the whole mind games can be actually stopped when we actually have accountability to discuss even accountability not only about the future, but also in the present. Talk to somebody that knows you and say, these are the goals I'm trying to set for myself. What do you think? Do you think they're realistic? You know, check it out. I'll just show you my agenda and read out some questions that are really interesting. There's so many agendas in the market. This is something I'm using. It's called Tiny Change. It really kind of forces you into looking at what you want to change in your life. It has a lot of things like live what you love. And then it says life compass. Then the whole section 1 is about the journey of life, how we want to actually take a bird's view of our life and see questions they ask, like if you had all the money in the world, what would you spend your time doing? What activities make you lose track of time? What makes you feel great about yourself? What are your skills and abilities? What inspires you the most? Who are the most important people in your life? What do you love doing deep down inside your heart before you were told to get practical about life? What would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life? If you had to teach something, what would you teach? You would be happier in your life if you could change one thing about your life, what would that be? Then they have this thing like my life's achievements, just to kind of take a look at life and see what are the achievements we've done. Because gratitude is extremely important to try to like take a look at what we've already done and being grateful for that. And it gives you like 30 achievements in life. I'm yet to fulfill them up. And my dream life, master list of goals that we want to accomplish in life. You know, we may think, oh, I have all life, but actually time is very, very quick, very relative. Things can just go, slip out of our hands. Think back, like I'm thinking 2020, when 2020 began, I had so many goals. And I don't know, there are very few that I could actually accomplish. And one of the major challenge for me was I had too many goals. Okay, that was one of my biggest challenge. Too many goals. And in fact, I really love this book because it gives me like 10, identifying your like 10 main goals and then coming up to 3 important ones among them. For instance, I wrote down like four different musical instruments to learn, but I only have to choose three goals in the whole year. So then I had to pick one musical instrument so I can actually focus on it. So similarly, every project, especially bigger projects, we have to choose, we have to make a choice. There are very few things that we can really focus on and accomplish. Then it gives us like big goal roadmap. It asks us to pick those three goals and then write down the specific and time-bound goal. And then this goal is very important for me because and what are the key milestones in this goal and what steps we can take to get closer. What will help me reach this goal faster? Like I said, accountability partner, guidance, some tools. And when we achieve this goal, my life will improve in the following way. If you achieve this goal by target date, I will reward myself with. So they ask us to like do the same for each goal, three goals in each of them. Then start writing down the small habits that will lead us to that. And then they have, there are many things. You can actually pick and choose the kind of agenda that works for you. Then they have weekly habit tracker. Then we write down a particular habit we are trying to cultivate and how well we are doing on it. And what I really like about this book, it gives me like in a week, it tells me my achievements this week, my learnings this week, and this week I'm grateful for. So these things are supposed to fill up every week, and it again kind of brings a broader goal in life and not just going along with the flow and see what life pushes us to do, but rather like put that sankalpa, because Krishna is Satya Sankalpa. Just by actually wishing and writing it down and expressing to him that we want to accomplish this, Krishna can actually help us achieve it. Yeah, so these are some things I wanted to share. Tomorrow, I'm going to be focusing on how to work around laziness, depression, discouragement, low self-esteem, lack of purpose. If you're finding it difficult to set a goal because of these areas, tomorrow I'd be talking more about how some tools help me and what I do to overcome them. And yeah, look forward and we're going to talk more about this. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And if you have any questions, you can post below and I'll try to answer them.